just gotta open up my damn... Where the hell's my damn Facebook thing with the thing? You know, the thing. Okay.
Okay, and looks like
Hello! We are
I'm live.
live. We are live in Halloween campsite number 42A. Wow.
and we are practicing proper social distancing.
Yay, proper social distancing.
Isn't that great?
I guess.
You gotta be safe, you know.
You gotta make sure you are safe in these times.
Exactly.
No. Okay, now.
Didn't you didn't take your test? You didn't take your test this morning? You're supposed to take a test this morning.
No. I do that every...
Oh, well, we're probably fine.
I do that every
We're
Monday.
probably fine.
Pro. Jeez, relax. Okay. Welcome to Halloween. The Pro Talks... Wait. Pro Fox Talks... Terror of Tours. Or terror. Something like that. It's okay. I have a stutter.
We could always just call it the Halloween special for the sake of argument.
Halloween special. Yay!
The Halloween special.
Where we are going to talk about different Halloween things, naming our top 5 candies. Ooh, that sounds good.
Exactly.
We'll also be talking
Top 5
about
candies.
spooky stories that we have experienced.
The paranormal.
Ooh. And we're also going to be looking at that costume contest that one person entered. Ooh. Oh. Well.
Yeah.
Woo. Okay.
It was kind of a washout, but
No, it doesn't matter. Damn it. We're not quote unquote popular with the youngings and
hey,
kids.
it's win some, lose some, I guess. you know?
Yes. Yes. You win some, you lose some.
It's because that sponsor pulled out, you know.
Uh-huh. Okay. Sponsor. Yeah, good one.
Raid Shadow
Okay.
Legends.
Yeah,
Raid
Raid.
Shadow Legends.
No. No. We're not sponsored by them, but we could be. I mean, we get a grasp of maybe 2 people a night. I mean, that's something. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you got to start somewhere, right?
So, Pro, how was your one day off before this stream?
Yeah, today was actually really good. To be honest, it was a very, very positive day.
Okay, Pro. Good to hear. My day was boring, boring and more boring. Woo.
Oh,
It's just work. I don't know.
well, I got some good news from a friend on Twitter. So
He's not gonna steal your wallet.
no, remember in one of the episodes I told you I helped someone out with a fundraiser and everything. And I
Oh,
helped them raise
yeah,
money for, like,
yeah,
their medical expenses and
I saw that. So she's doing good?
well, they yeah, she got her pacemaker and she's doing really good. You know, I was so friggin' happy when I saw it.
Good to hear,
I'm
Pro.
very proud of her.
Good to hear. Now, Thursday nights are usually not that packed in here for some odd reason. I don't think anybody likes Thursday nights. But,
Yeah, I don't think anyone does.
yeah, I think mostly Thursday nights are... What are you doing on a Thursday night? You should be hanging out with us on a Thursday night. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I mean, we're cool.
Yeah,
I mean, we're out here.
somewhat
We're out
cool.
here camping in
We're...
the middle of nowhere,
Okay, guys, this took...
telling crazy stories.
Yes, and we got jack-o'-lanterns in the back. You see that? That took about 0
You
seconds
gotta
to
get in the
make.
Halloween spirit.
Okay. Now,
And no one had to go to the emergency room for stitches.
nobody, and that's the best part about life, is
That's a
nobody
positive.
nobody got punched in the face. Okay. Well, let's stop
It's
talking.
the wonders of 3D.
Yeah. So let's stop talking about that and get into the Halloween spirit. I don't know. Should I really do the woo? Like, that doesn't... I find that more funny than scary.
Ooh.
Ooh. Bye. Bought a credit card today. Ooh. No, I'm kidding. No. Okay. Now,
That
debt.
could be scary, actually.
Debt is scary.
That
Don't get
would
debt,
be more
kids.
terrifying than
Debt
Halloween.
is terrible. Okay, so
Yeah.
what we are going to start out with today is we're going to start out with a little bit of spooky stories. And just remember, if you want to comment and tell us one of your spooky stories, we will get to the chat and we will listen and we will tell your scary story online so it'll never disappear in your life, which is even more scary.
It'll be logged forever in the annals of YouTube history.
No. Okay, so here's what we're... So, now, I know, Pro, you have some scary stories to tell from your treacherous past. What is your scary story?
Okay, so this story happened probably, it was like a year or two ago. So I heard about this really cool place that was supposedly haunted, and I went to go check it out.
Okay.
And it was like during the winter. Yeah, it was during the winter. And it just so happened that this abandoned location was a train tunnel that went underground.
Okay.
And it was pretty cool because it went on for probably about half a mile, just straight on underneath the mountain, and you could barely see like daylight at the other end. So pitch black inside, and like the inside is made out of like solid granite stuff, so sound like ricochets around like a hockey puck in there.
Okay.
But anyway, we go there, and it looks kind of creepy from the outside. It has like a concrete kind of like entryway into it.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got there, there was like this Asian family. They were doing like an ancient ritual, actually, to like ward off like spirits or something, where they actually burn money.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
It's like an ancient tradition. I don't know the full gist of it, but it's something they actually do in Asia. So they were doing that out front, which was automatically, I'm like, wow, what in the world are they doing? They're burning like foreign currency or something. That's different. I'd never seen that before.
Must have been
So we
pesos.
go walking in. No, I think it was like, I don't know what they call it, yen or something, maybe?
Oh, okay. Keep
I
going.
think they
Sorry.
call it yen.
Keep going.
Anyway, me and a couple friends, we start heading into this tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like really big. Like inside, it's huge and cavernous inside. Probably like 40 feet, like high, like really high ceilings. And it was winter, so like these giant icicles were hanging up off the ceiling.
Okay.
And like as you're walking through this tunnel, it's freezing cold. And like these gigantic icicles are just like hovering right above you. And like every so often, one of them would let go.
Mm-hmm.
And would just like smash on the ground, and when it hit the ground, like the sound would echo through the whole tunnel.
Okay.
It would just go boom, and then the sound would echo and echo and echo and like ricochet. And we're going through, and I decided I'd go a little bit further ahead than everyone else was. They stopped to look at something, so I go on ahead by myself. It gets darker and darker because I'm in the darkest section. The deepest section of the tunnel, where you're about a little more than halfway through it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just walking, minding my own business. I got my headlamps on, my flashlight. And I'm just looking around, at the stonework and how they carved it out. And all of a sudden, I hear a whisper in my ear. And it was so strange because it was like the voice of like a guy from Louisiana. It was like a Louisiana kind of accent, and all it said was, "Hey, how you doing?"
Okay.
And I was like, I thought it was one of my friends, screwing around, trying to play a joke on me. So I'm like, ah ha ha ha, I'm doing great. Yeah, how are you doing? And I turn around, and there's just nobody there. And I'm like, okay, how's that work? And I look down behind me, and my friends are probably like, I don't know, 200 to 300 feet away. so there's no possible way it was one of them. And there was no one next to me. So I'm like, okay, that's different.
Hmm.
At least he was polite and nice. I
I
mean,
mean, he did.
but I
ask you how
definitely,
you're doing.
I was definitely a little bit creeped out. That was definitely a creepy experience.
Well, I mean, it sounds like a pretty creepy experience here on my end. You know.
But it was real though. Like it was like an actual, honest to gosh, real voice, like in my ear. It's like it wasn't like, it wasn't like a Hollywood kind of voice effect kind of sound. It was actually like a person was there, like he
Oh.
was, in real life. It was so strange.
Now, how do you think that made the ghosts feel when you said "ha ha"?
I don't know. I think he probably felt pretty good about himself. That's probably the reaction he was looking for.
Oh. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think a ghost.
I
Maybe
think
he was trying to have a nice.
apparently,
friendly talk. But go on.
yeah, maybe. I mean, it's a hangout for teenagers, so I'm sure he probably just scares teenagers all the time.
Maybe. Maybe.
He was probably just having a good old time.
Dude.
But yeah, he was very polite. He was nice about it.
Well, I'm glad he was
Can't fault him
nice.
for that. Thanks for not dropping a rock on my head or something like that, or like just jumping out of the shadows and like doing a jump scare on me. That would have freaked me out.
Oh, dude, that would have freaking freaked me the freak out. I'd have been out. I'd have been like, hell no, and I'd have been running the other way. Nope.
Yeah.
So, I have a couple ghost stories I guess I can relate to.
I'm
So
sure it has to do with your previous occupation.
yes, it does. Yes, it does. So, I used to work in a graveyard. Hold on, I got a cough.
Oh my god.
Oh, darn it. I accidentally stood up. Okay. So, I was working in a
COVID
graveyard. No, I don't know. No. I was working and I was doing lopping. And if anybody do you know what lopping is? You know what lopping is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was lopping because they told me to do it. And I was just there.
Not LARPing. Lopping.
Lopping, yes. So, I was in the middle of doing my job and I'm working and stuff like that. And I have really bad allergies. And this was like in the middle of spring. So, all I'm doing is I'm lopping and then all of a sudden I go, achoo! I sneeze like anybody else would.
Mm-hmm.
And
It happens to the best of us.
right afterwards, I hear, bless you. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And I kept I looked back, and I was like, there's nobody there. Like, literally. It was just like, I sneezed, and, it was like a little delay. It wasn't like, it was kind of like, you know how, like, when somebody sneezes, you wait until after they sneeze, and then you say, bless you?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. It was like, achoo, and then it said, bless you, and I'm like,
Wow.
and I said thank you. That's the funny thing is, I said thank you, and I turned around and nobody was there, and it was really creepy, and it scared the dickens out of me, and honest to say, I was kind of creeped out for the rest of the day, but I continued to lop.
Yeah, that's highly irregular. I'll say that. That's very similar to my story.
So I have one other story that's a ghost one. So, for a while, my mom kind of was into the Ouija board thing. Don't get into Ouija
Oh, geez.
boards. It's not a good
Yeah.
thing. It's
Those
not
are
good
generally
for-
bad news.
Yeah. So
That's kind of like, yeah.
around this
Not
time, she's doing it and stuff, and she's, said, "Oh, nothing's gonna happen," blah blah blah. So, I go to the bathroom, and I'm like, I'm just using the bathroom, minding my own business and stuff, and all of a sudden, I'm in the bathroom, and then I see, like toothpaste, right? It's just normal toothpaste, right? And it was just sitting there on the counter, and I see it grab up and basically go towards the tub and get your, like, it wasn't like, you know how like when something's thrown, that's kind of how it was. It literally was. I was just sitting there minding my own business, and all of a sudden I see the toothpaste and it's thrown right into the tub, and it wasn't like a normal, like drop or anything. It was a freaking like toss into the tub, and I was like, "Woo!"
Good lord.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, used to say, at least if I was scared to shit out of, I was on the toilet. So
Wow.
But I'll say this: it was probably one of the most surreal, like, things that has happened. I mean, I grew up in a coal mining town, so there was a lot of death around where I grew up. So I mean, I've seen a lot.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot.
Seems there's a lot of paranormal activity that seems to kick up around coal mining towns.
Yeah. Well,
That's
I mean,
what I'd seem to notice.
Coal mining back then, not nowadays, because I think it's a lot more safer because they've got regulations and stuff like that. But back then,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be like a hard notion to be like, well, something caved in and now it's over. Today mining is a lot more safer. They've got a lot more restrictions to it, and you got to follow the procedure. Back then, it was like, hey, there's coal here. Let's just go for it. It's like there's no,
Let's just plant the dynamite right over there. Yeah, let's just blow the hole right there.
Yeah. Hey, Johnny, move out of the way. Too late. Oh, no. I mean, it's one of those...
shore up that tunnel there with some beams.
Yeah.
Gotta shore that up with some beams there. Nah, it's fine.
I didn't know this was turning into
Next
the
thing you know, tunnel collapse. And...
Yeah. But, I mean... And I think
gotta
that's
bring
why...
some Boston.
That's why I don't think that, like... That's why I think there was a lot of paranoia activity. Now, I know a lot of people go, oh, well, ghosts are fake, That's just your self-conscious telling you and stuff. But, in my opinion...
it wasn't...
I don't think...
my subconscious telling me.
I don't think we can have the answers for everything. And, I do believe in spirits. I'm like, whatever. My mind's open to anything. It might not seem plausible to some people, but, that's your own opinion. But, like, I feel like there's something there to it,
There's some eerie things that can happen sometimes, that
Exactly.
kind of just make you go, wow.
And I think that's kind of like the mystery of the world. You don't know what's out there,
Oh, yeah.
It's like Bigfoot. Do you know what's out there?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I've never run into a Bigfoot, but...
I mean, it could possibly be a thing.
Would it surprise you if I told you I have run into UFOs, though?
Wow, I mean, you look like you came from a UFO, but go on. What's your story?
I'll have to tell you that story. So, this is a story from, I don't know, probably like, let's say like 4 years ago or so.
Okay.
And, again, I was with a bunch of friends, and we were at a friend's house, and, it was nighttime, we were having a bonfire, and all of a sudden we see, like, this weird orange light on the horizon.
Okay.
And it kind of looks like one of those, Chinese lanterns, that you can launch. But it didn't quite look like that, because it was way too bright.
Mm-hmm.
And then next thing you know, there's 2, and then there's 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then next thing you know, you're looking at like an entire fleet of them, like probably like 25, maybe to 35 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty darn sure they were not Chinese lanterns, because I had a pair of binoculars, and I was watching them, and it actually looked like. Have you ever heard of like ball lightning?
Ball lightning? No, I have not.
Yeah, ball lightning. It's basically it's a form of lightning, like when the lightning basically becomes like a plasma.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like a plasma that can actually just transport itself around, and it looks like a ball of energy, essentially, kind of like a fireball of electricity.
Okay.
and they kind of look like that, only they were like bright flaming orange. And what's weird is they were traveling kind of in unison, and like they were doing like weird formations and stuff, like as they were floating along, and they had no like shape because I was able to see them with like my binoculars and stuff. There was no physical like thing. You could see like right through it almost. So it was like some weird form of like plasma or something. That's the only way I could really describe what the heck it was. And I'm watching them and this is the weirdest part is like all of a sudden they all just disappeared.
Oh wow!
Like right in front of my eyes while I was watching them. They just disappeared into nothing. Like there's no physical object. Like it just went from into being to not into being. Like just like on Star Trek, like when the cloaking device on the Klingon warbird like turns on and off, like it looked kind of like that. Like
Oh,
I mean,
really?
that's the only really thing I can compare it to.
Huh.
Just so freaky.
Dude, it sounds pretty
And
freaky.
you know, and I was watching it. I was watching it through binoculars too, and I saw this like right before my own eyes. I'm like, wow, that's strange. You don't see that every day. I gotta say that's different. And
Well-
everyone else saw it too, so it wasn't just me seeing it. It was a whole group of us, and we weren't like intoxicated or anything or doing any crazy, you know, substances. You know, we were all perfectly 100% there
Were you pro
mentally.
not doing any substance?
But
Oh. I'm not the FBI, so I will not be reporting you if you say anything.
yeah,
No, I'm
that was
kidding.
pretty strange. I gotta say.
Okay.
But what's cool is I was curious, so I looked it up on YouTube, and it turns out these things actually appear in multiple different places all across the world.
Huh.
Like I wasn't the first person to see them. It's actually a phenomenon that actually happens, and no one knows what the heck it is, why it happens, where they go, where they come from. Just a weird thing that happens. Like it's an actual phenomenon.
It's crazy, man. See, you don't see.
And you can go on YouTube right now and actually pull it up. It's the strangest thing.
Oh. See, you can never.
Don't really know what to make out of that, but it was the one of the few events where actually the hair was standing up on the back of my neck, like, because I didn't know what I was looking at. I had like no frame of reference, like, for what the heck was going on. Like, there's nothing that I could really compare it to, like, other than ball lightning. That's the only thing that made any sense, and it was a beautiful sunny day, you know,
Huh.
not a cloud in the sky. So I don't think ball lightning happens, you know, in perfect summer sunny weather
I
or
have no
evening
clue.
weather. It was towards the evening, but not a cloud in the sky. So I'm confused with that.
Man, I don't know.
But an interesting experience, a very interesting experience. I'll say that.
See, it's always funny during Halloween. Your senses like get up there, you know. It's like
Yeah.
we're made to like believe in everything during Halloween. Goose, goblins.
Yeah.
Well, not goose, but ghost,
Werewolves,
werewolves,
ghosts,
everything.
vampires. The
And-
Jersey Devil, that one's one of my favorite cryptids. I love the
Yeah.
Jersey Devil and yeah.
I
I love
mean-
all those cryptids.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like folks tales, you know, like the Loch Ness monster. You got the, you know,
The Mothman of Point Pleasant. He is really cool to read about. Like, what an interesting story.
is that a New Jersey
That is a
thing?
really
Point
cool
Pleasant?
story.
Or
Nope, that's West Virginia.
oh, huh? But no, I
The
mean,
Jersey Devil. He comes out of Jersey.
I know that's why we have a hockey team named out of them called the New Jersey Devils. So, but no, I mean, it's really interesting because you look at it and nobody, a lot of people don't believe in ghosts and a lot of people don't. I think it's kind of like split down the middle. You get the people who are like, oh my gosh, I saw a ghost, guys. That's it. It's all over.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, and then
Yep.
you got the people who are like, that is illogical and how dare you, you know? So,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like Alien. I don't think we're the only thing out there in the universe. There has to be more.
Yeah, I mean, the universe is a big place, like...
Yeah. I
It's
think
big, like
there's more intellectuals. There might be furries out there. Getting my hopes up. No, I'm kidding. But no,
who knows?
who knows? So,
It's possible.
and it's one of those things that it's endless. So there's plenty of different possibilities, not mentioning the dimensions and string theory and whatever.
Yeah.
And we're not a science channel, so I'm not going to get into all this. But all I'm saying is during Halloween your imagination runs wild. It's kind of like when you're watching a scary movie, and your senses heighten, and like you hear
You're on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, you're on the edge of your seat. You hear a pipe go, creak. You're like, holy shnikey! What was that? And then you think it's somebody's in your house, and then all of a sudden you're going on a rant talking about how somebody's in your house. So, I mean, it's... Halloween is and fear can be a good thing, but fear can also be a bad thing. In any sort of fashion.
It can kill you.
Yeah, it can kill you. Fear can kill you or it can kill somebody. That's why I am not when I was younger, I used to always try to scare people, bah! And then they would jump and it'd be like, ha ha. Until one day somebody almost punched me in the face and I was like, maybe I should calm down this a little bit. So, because fear is all dependent on the person. There's some people that can handle fear and there's some people who just can't handle fear. So, but Halloween I think is one of those those different times that where, not only do you have Halloween, you got Mischief Night where everybody goes out and throws eggs. Basically a chance
that never happened in my area.
Never happened.
I don't think we ever dealt with that.
Never happened really during my area too, but I'm just saying that it's something that could possibly happen out there. And Halloween is probably the most interesting holiday, especially when you're a furry. There's some people who go, oh, it's just Halloween. It's not that bad. It's not that good, but it's not that bad. So, Halloween is an interesting one. It's not like Christmas, that where everybody participates in it, or, or like Christmas, you got Christmas, Hanukkah, and all these other. This is just one single holiday that many different countries enjoy. And it's like, whoa!
Yeah.
I never knew Finland enjoyed Halloween until somebody was like, yeah, we love Halloween over here. I'm like, really? What? But, it's
Finland, huh?
Yeah.
I never would have guessed that.
Me too, man. Me too. So, but the one thing I do have to say is Halloween is probably one of the most interesting holidays because you can dress up and you can have a lot of fun doing it. So, on that note, okay. Arcane Ends asking me to invite, but hold on. I just got to do this. Okay. So, here's what I have to say though, is we got Halloween. We're going to have fun. Now, we're going to segue into the next thing. Because, that was a perfect segue. Great segue. Good job, Dash. Okay. So,
well done.
There are strangers in my house. Okay, so I don't have anybody commenting.
If there's strangers in your house, you should probably get a gun.
Yeah, or get a baseball bat. Get something to defend yourself.
Or you could make him a sandwich.
Oh yeah, there you go. Hey Robert, you want to have a sandwich over here? Sandwiches. And then you throw him a sandwich, and while he's distracted, you kill him. No,
hey.
So,
how's it going, Ganvolo Fox?
He's also watching my stream too. Ganvolo.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you got one stream for each eye.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say, guys. If you're liking this, please hit the subscribe button and share it around to your friends. Let's get more people in here. Yeah. It's Halloween, dang it.
Like, share, subscribe, talk about us, tell tall tales about us.
And yes, and you still have a little bit of time to enter the Halloween costume contest. No fursuits all alone. I don't know. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Okay? We're going to talk about our favorite Halloween candy. Ooh.
Excellent.
Now,
Well done.
okay, but let's first get a little bit of context on where this comes from. Okay? Even if everybody out there has probably went trick-or-treating once in their life, but you never know, there might be that one guy like, why is candy obsessed in the Halloween time? Well, here's why, Johnny. When
Like
you're a little...
Willy Wonka's dad.
Yeah. When you're a little kid and you go trick-or-treating for the very first time, or, well, the very first time you remember, because I always thought it was stupid. It's like that little kid who, like, their moms dress him up and they're like, we're going trick-or-treating, and he's only 1 year freaking old. It's like, don't do that. It's like dressing
Look, he
up
loves it. Look.
as he's frowning, going,
It's
I
like,
hate
he
you.
can't make his own decisions. This kid needs a lawyer.
Yeah.
Can we get a lawyer in here?
So, like, around 7, 8 is when I say I, like, remember my very first ever Halloweens. You know?
Yeah,
like the
same
Halloweens
for me.
that were great. And, you know, you get candy on Halloween. You get to go trick-or-treating. You get to have fun. You get that one idiot parent who thinks that they're scary and they try to scare you to death. You know, as you're walking up to your damn lawn and all of a sudden, blah! Oh! No. No. Don't do that, okay? That's traumatizing to kids, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Don't do it. Okay, but, so, but no, trick-or-treating is probably one of the most interesting things. I know we talked a little bit about our costumes last show, and, you know,
Yeah.
but sometimes trick-or-treating can get a little bit out of hand, especially with parents, and some of the parents try to go way overboard, okay? Which, in my opinion, is not cool, okay? You get the... And then there's some people...
How did they go overboard? What constitutes going overboard?
Okay, here's what constitutes overboard. Whenever you're walking up to the damn house and you see cobwebs everywhere, and then they have a fog machine with the flashing lights going woo 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 woo, and then you have that like they've got cemetery looking things all over the place, and then they they pop out their hands and stuff like that, and you can tell this person has spent about a good solid $700, $800 just on these damn decorations. And then as soon as you get to the house, okay, and this is the overboard part, you get like the candy that's like overrated, like, I mean,
Yeah.
like, what are those? What were the 6 dots ones? I know that there was called the 6, and they were like in a pack of 6. And they were dots.
I can't recall. I don't recall.
But they always had those packs. It was like they did their whole entire house decorated in this great theme, but they got the worst cheap candy. It's like, oh shit, we just spent all our money on
tell where
decoration.
the budget went.
Yeah, exactly. And there was always this one house. I really liked the neighbors. They were really great neighbors. Shout out to you, guy in the red house neighbors. And they would always do this. It would always be the same exact thing. You know, they would go all out, cobwebs everywhere. You know, you got the graveyard effect and stuff. And then you would go up to their house and they'll give you Starbucks. I mean, where are those? Sherberts? Or what? What are the rectangular square things that are like juicy? Like, it's kind of like juicy fruit, but it's not juicy fruit. It's like, sure. It starts with an S. It's going to drive me insane. I hate those damn things.
Starburst.
Starburst, yes.
Starburst.
And then they
You're
give
thinking
you...
of Starburst, yeah.
Yes, I hate Starburst. I hate them. And it's like they always
I
gave...
was never a fan of those either.
Yeah, it's like when I'm during Halloween, I want damn candy. I want chocolate. I want good shit. And I'm sorry for swearing a lot, YouTube, and I apologize, but I get very angry about this, and my 7-year-old self is saying, why did you give me these darn...
His inner child is
Yes,
hurt.
it's very angry, and it's like...
It's childhood trauma at its worst.
That's probably like the worst candy to give to a kid. Ooh, or
We
that.
need like a therapist on the show.
Ooh, that or gum. You don't give gum during
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah, gum. Why would you give gum? That's like such a strange thing to give out on Halloween.
I know. It's just it's gum. It's not candy. It's gum. Ugh, like, you know, if I like, oh man, I can't like, I don't know. It's one of those things that it always got me too. Let's see. I'm just seeing if we have anybody out there. Starbuds, yeah, Starbuds. Somebody said it in the chat. But no, all I'm saying is if you're giving candy, it's gotta be a good solid candy. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What
Gotta have substance and
what
bite
about
to
you?
it.
What was like your like what would you say whenever somebody would give you like a really bad candy? What would you classify as a really bad candy growing up? When you're trick or treating?
Well, I wasn't a fan of Starburst because those were like, you get stuck in your teeth and stuff, and like, I actually almost choked on one of those once, so that's another negative memory with those. Gee, what else? What else was there that I didn't like? Anything with marshmallow, like, I never liked anything like marshmallow candies. Wasn't a fan.
Yeah, man.
Anything like chocolate covered strawberries, I wasn't really a fan of.
They gave you chocolate covered strawberries? What did you live in like a royal neighborhood? Like a fancy one?
No.
Jeez,
No,
man.
I think it was like a one-time thing.
Oh my gosh, I never even
That was a
had
while
it.
ago.
Oh. But like, come on. What? Covered strawberry. Here you go, Johnny. Oh shoot, the strawberry melted inside the bag. Like what? Who would do that?
Anything with raisins in it. If it had raisins in it, no thank you. I would never like raisins.
Oh,
I was never a fan of coconut.
Oh, I love
I was never a fan of those coconut
almond
candies.
bars.
Like, I was just, I could just,
Almond
I
Joy,
never
that's
could
what
do
I meant.
coconut. There was something with the texture. Yeah, the texture always bothered me. It was like, I don't know.
Huh.
And sometimes that's like all I get from like one house, and I'd be like, ugh, I don't even like these.
Well, see, raisins are a big one, and I always hated when people like gave like this little box of raisins, like the red
Yeah,
ones.
oh, those gross me out so bad. Like,
It's like I don't want no
those
damn
always gross me out so bad.
I'm here. There's a couple holidays that have chocolate. Okay, you got Halloween, you got Christmas, and you got Easter. 3 staples of nothing but chocolate. Why would I want your damn raisins out there? Then I know who you, and you know who you are. You're one of those people out there who go, well, I want the kids to eat healthy. It's like, screw you, lady. Screw you. We are kids. We want damn junk food.
Have some watermelon there, little
Yeah.
sonny boy. Have some watermelon. Have
Ah,
some.
man,
Have a lemon.
Oh, you know what
I
candy?
got you this nice apple.
And I'm not trying to be mean here, Mr. Candy Corn. I hate candy corn. I cannot stand.
See, I never had a problem with candy corn.
I do not.
I never had an issue with it.
And don't get me wrong.
I didn't like.
No, you're watching out there, Wolf. But
I didn't like the chocolatey one. There was like a chocolatey one.
like a chocolate can. Oh, that even sounds worse.
Yeah, like a
Like-
chocolatey candy corn. I wasn't a fan of that. I like the original candy corn.
I feel
It was
like,
fine, but
and again, I'm not gonna bash on anybody who likes candy corn. I find it's too sweet. It's like there's
Yeah.
like and it always
it's made from actual corn.
but it tastes to me candy
It's
corn
100% corn syrup, so it's not very
Can't-
good for you.
candy corn
really bad
tastes
for
like
you.
wax paper to me. It's like
Yeah.
wax. And I'm like,
What do you
"Ugh."
think of Twizzlers? Like,
Oh, you mean the red ones?
yeah,
Yeah, I like Twizzlers. I'm okay with Twizzlers.
I used to get those.
We used to get those. Those are good.
Yeah, see,
I was never a fan of
Black licorice though.
Oh.
Couldn't do black licorice.
nobody likes black licorice. If you are one of those people out there who like black licorice, got some bad news. Nobody likes black licorice. Okay, you know.
There's actually there's a guy in my town who recently just died from black licorice poisoning.
Oh gee, who can like?
He ate so much.
Oh.
He ate so much in a day that he literally poisoned himself. Like.
Okay. Now, the best candy bars.
So
okay?
one person in my town likes it. We know.
Well, there you go. He's the only one from.
Problem is, he liked it too much.
Yeah.
He liked it too much.
How do you get into like this? Like, say, oh, I want black licorice. It tastes like tar to me. It's like a bleh. Like. I don't
It
know.
always tasted to me like it had like a medicine kind of taste.
Yeah,
to it. Like, it tasted like
yeah.
something you'd like. You know, if it was in a liquid form, it would taste like medicine or something for like a
yeah.
cold.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
It just never tasted right.
Yeah. But I think like
And,
the.
you know, when you're a little kid, the last thing you want to. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
No,
cutting
go
you
ahead.
off.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's like when you're a little kid, the last thing you want to be reminded of is being sick, like with the flu or something. You know, and drinking medicine and all that. And,
Cough syrup. Ugh.
yep, good old days of cough syrup, liquid Tylenol, all that fun stuff.
Mm-mm-mm. Yes. So, I was, and then there's some Halloween candy that like you love. So, I think what I'm gonna
Handful of Fox. He says he had a teacher who would give out oranges and ice cream bars on Halloween.
the what? Ice cream bars?
Yeah, ice cream bars.
Ice cream bars. How do
That's
you?
different.
Yeah.
How do you give away? How do you do ice cream bars on Halloween?
Yeah, that's a very good question.
I'm curious.
I need to.
Maybe he packaged it with dry ice.
Yeah. He brings the cooler around.
That's the only way I
and
can
he's
think
like,
of doing it.
He brings the cooler around. Trick or treat! What the hell's the cooler for? I need to get my ice cream, lady. Like,
He kind of sounds like Adam West from Family Guy, like during Halloween when he's doing like the Cornish game hens. A Cornish game hen for you, and a Cornish game hen for you. And do you want any extra gravy?
but no, I
And
mean,
he takes the ladle and he fills like the bag full of gravy. Like,
there was one person that I know. So during Halloween, instead of giving like the whole kids like chocolate and stuff, she would like for her whole block and just her block, she would actually make fudge and like give it to the parents.
Wow.
And then that'd be like their Halloween, thing, because she always said candy is bad for the heart and bad for the brain or something like that, which I always thought was stupid, but but fudge is good.
Fudge isn't?
I guess not. I guess that she like her mindset
That's
was
good.
is if she makes it homemade, it's a lot better for you than,
Yeah, probably. She's probably onto something. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
hey, if someone wants to make fudge for the whole neighborhood,
I
I'd
like
be
fudge.
like, yeah, I'll eat some fudge.
Can you send it to me, guys? Fudge.
I just
love
cannot eat a lot of fudge. Like,
No.
I have like two little pieces of fudge, and I'm like dying.
Wow. See, fudge is like it's.
Oh, it's so good though.
It's so good. I especially love the. One year she made peanut butter fudge. Oh, I love peanut butter fudge. I could eat
Oh my gosh.
peanut butter fudge. Is like
You had me
my
at peanut butter
favorite.
fudge.
Oh my gosh.
You had me
Oh,
at peanut butter.
Yes. Oh boy.
Have
It's
you
how-
ever had like candy from Canada?
Yes, I have. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Have you ever had like those we got them one time. I forget what they're called, but they are like ridiculously ultra sweet like maple candies. And they're shaped like maple leaves.
No, I have not.
It is
had
legit
that.
the sweetest thing
you'll ever eat in your life. It's probably like
Instant diabetes to like a lot of people. It's
instant
like,
instant diabetes.
oh, it's like just after like 2, I could barely do 2, and I was feeling like sick.
So
It's like I had never tasted something that sweet. My goodness.
I had in Canada they have like these, I guess they're called like, they're kind of like what are they, like wafer bars, but they have like a hint of
Yeah.
coffee in them,
Ooh, nice.
and they were pretty good. And you know, getting candy up there is a lot different from getting it down here because they like use sugar like instead of just corn syrup every
Mhm.
time.
Yeah,
Which guys,
They're a
corn
little
syrup's not
healthier.
good for
well, a little,
you. Yeah, it's
a
addictive.
little bit healthier.
But,
We'll
like-
call it a little bit.
Yeah, we
little
just
bit
say a
healthy.
little bit, like a tiny bit, like
They make a little bit better of a choice. Like,
yeah. So that's like the only Canada experience, but that wasn't during Halloween. That'd be interesting to. Where you live? Oh, I live in Pennsylvania. I came up here all the way up here just to trick or treat. It's fine. No, that'd be one hell of a trick or treat night trip to go to Canada, eh?
yeah,
But
you know, it's only a couple 1,000-mile commute.
I think one of the best candies I had was when I was in Austria. They had like a little
Yeah.
candy shop,
I was just about to ask about that.
and
Like,
oh my
yeah,
gosh,
I'm like, if you're in Austria, you have to have chocolate or candy of some
yeah.
kind.
Well, I mean in Europe in general, because a lot of the Europe they have a lot of good different things, and I had like it was like a combination of white chocolate and dark chocolate, and they homemade made it there, and it was just wow. It was amazing. It was
I can only imagine.
really good. Oh wow. Curse you! I'm
Yeah, I mean
hungry
the
for
Germans,
candy
when it
now.
comes to chocolate, they have it. They have the market pegged. I mean,
Basically,
it doesn't really get much better than
in Germany.
like.
no. When it comes to candy,
Oh yes, peanut butter fudge, says Dan Bolo.
so
He's like, long live Reese's. I'm like, I'm
Oh.
right with you
okay,
there,
well, I mean that introduced the next one. I'm just seeing. I love raisin. What is it? Raisinets. There's a
man.
lot of
Raisinets?
water taffy. Oh, saltwater taffy. Ugh. Okay, that's another thing.
Mm, I was never a fan of that.
I was never a big fan
Again,
of taffy.
another choking story.
Taffy is not
Another
a
choking story with that one for
Oh
me.
my gosh! What don't you choke on? I swallowed my spit.
Your jokes.
Oh, no. So, now, let's get into the good candy. We talked about the really bad candy. The
Yeah.
candy you just want to avoid. Okay? Like Starbucks and, you know, why did I say Starbucks? Oh, God.
Starbucks.
Yeah, you just want to avoid that candy.
Starbucks.
Starburst.
Don't go to Starbucks. They'll kill you.
It will kill you. Especially on trick-or-treat night. No, I'm kidding. So, let's talk about our favorite candies. Okay?
Yeah.
So, we don't have to do a
Sounds
top
good.
list. We could just, you know, ramble on about what kind of candies,
Yeah.
in my opinion, are really, really good. And again, guys, if you want to talk in the comments, I read them from time to time and stuff like that. And just remember, if you're liking this video, please share it to your friends. Press that like button. Yeah.
Yeah, leave a funny comment. Make us
Ah.
laugh.
That's 90% of why we're here.
Yeah, I guess. No. But yeah, hit the subscribe button, like us, and share us to your friends so we can get more people in here and talk about candy. And candy we are
Yeah.
going to talk about. Okay, so,
Oh heck yes.
Pro.
Let's open up the floor.
Okay,
With one of my favorite,
what is it?
Snickers.
Snickers.
You gotta have a Snickers bar, man.
Snickers is very good. Snickers.
That's those little things. I mean, sometimes that gets me through my day. Like you'll just be having a bad day, you're hungry, you're cranky, and then just like in the commercial, you actually have a Snickers bar.
I
and
was
you actually
just about
literally
to
do
say,
feel
were
better
you-
after you have one?
Were you just watching one of their commercials?
It's
Like-
like, I mean, it's kind of funny because the commercial is actually kind of true. Like,
yeah,
especially with the peanut butter Snickers. Like, oh my god, the peanut butter
Oh,
Snickers.
you
You have
mean
one
like
of those suckers. And,
like the smooth ones?
Oh,
They're
you're
like
just so
little
good to go.
Squares.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, those things
Yeah.
are really good.
You have one of those and you're just good to go. Like your
You're
day just gets better.
Happy. So
At least for me. But I like peanut butters. Like 90% of my favorite candies are peanut butter. So.
yeah, I love peanut butter. Peanut butter and chocolate go.
That's
so...
the Canadian blood. That's my Canadian blood.
How is that
flaring right there.
Canadian? What did Reese's come out in Canada?
No, we love peanut butter.
Canadians
I
love peanut
think
butter.
I think Americans like peanut butter too. Their jam. I think we
Yeah.
can all generally say usually peanut butter is something that everybody likes.
My
Unless if you
family,
get that
though,
one
like,
idiot. or if you're
it
allergic.
all comes on the Canadian side of my family, though. Like, we're all nuts about peanut butter.
Our family was nuts about peanut butter. I would.
It carries back quite a ways, too.
So, okay. So, sticking on the trick-or-treating thing. So, yours would be like a Snickers. That's like top tier for you, you know? Like, you know, you're
well, that's
getting
actually
into...
on the lower side. Like,
Like
if I'm going with top 5, like, roughly top 5s. Like,
I'll say you're going
or
to...
5 good ones. Let's say.
Okay, well, then let me
I mean,
say
there's
my...
so many. There's so many that
Let
I
me
love.
say one of my favorites, okay?
Okay.
One of my top favorites just has to be Reese's Pieces. I love Reese's Pieces.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and Reese's Pieces and me get along real good. There was always this one person. There was only one person in our neighborhood that would get Reese's Pieces, and I would. It was again. It's not my favorite, but just love them because they're like M&Ms but with peanut butter inside. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, wow.
Those things are awesome, too. Like, if you go to the movie theater, like, those things are just the greatest. Like, when you're in the movie theater, like, watching a good movie.
Yeah. Or like my mom one year, she made like popcorn balls. Like she actually made homemade popcorn balls, and she put
Nice.
Reese's Pieces on top of it, and damn, was that good. That was really good.
That sounds like a good mix.
Yes, popcorn and Reese's Pieces go together like hella good. Don't know why I said hella good, but okay. What about your number 4? What's your number 4? What would be like your next one?
Number 4. I'd have to say,
A Twix stick.
A Twix.
Twix are pretty good. Yeah.
Twix are pretty damn good. I'll give you that.
Twix definitely hold a very high value on my list of top favorite candies.
Okay.
Because it's just got everything going on, you know?
it's got crunch, it's got
A little bit of chew in it, it's got the caramel, it's got the chocolate, and it's all in a really nice,
nice mixture, too.
I do like caramel.
it's just very enjoyable.
And you get 2 in a package, usually.
Yeah, unless if you get like the Halloween ones they're like the small little ones, and it's like you pop it into your mouth. And you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Ooh. What is that? Fun size? They're called fun size, right?
Yeah.
Something
Travel
like
size?
Tra-
Travel size for your
yeah.
convenience?
travel size. The TSA will not bother you if you have a travel size Twix in your bag.
And if they do, you bribe them with it.
Yeah, there you go. That's a winner. No, I'm kidding. 5.
It's like, sir, I need to search your bag.
So 4 for me. I'm gonna have to say, there's so much good candy out there, and it's always so hard to choose which candy you want. And my personal opinion, growing up, I really enjoyed Tootsie Pops, like the chocolate ones. Like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
the chocolate Tootsie Pops are probably my favorite. Not only are you getting candy,
That's a good choice. That's a good choice.
That brings back a lot of memory.
and you're sucking it, you're sucking the lollipop, and then afterwards you get like kind of like a gum, like chocolate flavor.
Yeah.
And oh, I used to eat the crap out of those growing up. And and the greatest thing was is you could eat them in school. It was like the only candy that the teacher would be like, "Oh, you have a pop. It's not that bad." And then they don't mind.
Yeah.
Gum they mind, all the other stuff they mind, but like for some odd reason, whenever you put one of those into your mouth, they're like, we'll let it go. I don't know. You're not distracting the class by
Like,
blowing bubbles.
Maybe because they don't know how to classify it, so it's kind of like falls into the gray area
I
of
guess.
like contraband.
I guess. I have no clue. But yeah, that's just me
Is it
growing
a
up.
candy?
Is it gum? I don't know.
It can't be. This
confiscate
is,
it? Do we
this
not
is
confiscate it?
outrageous. Oh no. So, okay, number 3 for you, Pro. What's your third top favorite? candy?
Number three. Number 3 would probably have to be Crunch Bars.
Crunch Bars.
I am absolutely crazy for Crunch Bars. I love Crunch Bars.
You and my roommate.
They just like the milk chocolate and like the rice in it and everything, and just like it has that pleasant crunch,
Yes.
And it used to be one of my number one favorite watching a movie, like candies. I'd
So
always get a Crunch Bar
we
with a
had
stack of movies from the movie store.
very true.
Back when you
Very-
used to rent movies from
Yeah.
a movie
now
store
it's now
before
it's
movie
all
stores went extinct.
now it's all chilling on Hulu and other streaming things
Yeah,
like that.
now I eat a Crunch Bar at home while watching Netflix. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's still kind of as good, but I miss my VHS tapes. What can I say?
Oh. I liked VHS tapes.
I'm
too.
old.
Rewinding. Okay, so we have a couple different people saying stuff. We had the person saying
Okay.
E.T.'s favorite candy, which ha 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 ha. E.T. because you get
Oh,
it the Reese's
snow
Pieces.
caps. That's a good choice.
Oh, I love snow caps.
Ganvolo, that's a good choice.
Okay, so we also have somebody saying York peppermint patties. Only
Oh,
wrong,
yeah.
only thing wrong with them, they need to be bigger. Well, yeah, that's true. Fatness.
They're great for when you're standing on a mountain or when you're on
Yeah.
the go.
Well, yeah, standing on a mountain. And then we also have Nova. He
Hey.
said that he really thinks Pop Rocks are fun.
Oh yeah,
Pop Rocks. The
Yeah,
only
do
candy
they-
that makes you
do
get
they still make those?
Yeah, they still make those.
Nice.
Amazon, baby. Amazon. No, I'm kidding. So, my third choice, and again, very tough. I love candy. Candy is probably one of
Mhm.
the only things when I was a kid, it's like I could never get enough of. But my third choice would have to be Mr. Goodbar. I love those things. I feel like it's Mr. Goodbar, and like because like you had the Crunch Bar, but it wasn't
Yep.
it wasn't the Crunch Bar. It was like the ones in like the silver packages. You'd get like the
Yeah.
Mr. Goodbar, and then you'll get like a Crunch Bar, and it'd be spelled with a K, and then you get like the Hershey
Yep.
with almonds. Probably my favorite pack out of all of them, but I really enjoyed Mr. Goodbar. And I don't know why.
Yeah.
I ate those suckers like they were like going out of style. And the problem was my
Yeah.
pap used to always like them too. So if I ate way too much, she'd be like, "What the hell are you doing? And save some for me." So, but yeah, I really love a good Mr. Goodbar. I think that's what it's called. It's called Goodbar. It's the yellow package. You know what it is. You
Yeah,
know,
yep,
the
I
thing.
know, I know.
Oh, no.
I am familiar.
Which is good. Which is good. I enjoy
We have a candy bowl at work, so.
candy. Wait, you have a candy bowl that might spread corona? No, I'm kidding. Okay.
We won't talk about that.
Yeah. Now you're talking. Mr. Goodbar is awesome. Well, I'm glad. Okay, what are we on? Our second favorite candy bar?
Yeah, number 2. Number two would probably have to be just a kind of a basic old Hershey's dark chocolate for me.
Really, dark chocolate?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
am a huge fan of dark chocolate.
Huh. Dark
I
chocolate.
love the bitter, like the bitter taste to it. And sometimes you can find one where they added like sea salt to it. And I am just like a nut for like salt. I like anything like salty. I eat like a crazy amount of salt sometimes.
That is
just
not
the salt
good
and the
f-
chocolate like going together.
Didn't
It's
we
like unbelievably
didn't
good.
we have a discussion on diabetes? I feel like that's a good way to get diabetes. Eating a lot of salt.
From salt?
Yeah.
No, I mean I don't think you
High
get
high
diabetes
blood
from
pressure,
salt.
that's what I
thought-
mean.
High blood pressure, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a thing.
I
Okay.
probably do have high blood pressure by this point.
But anyway, yeah, dark chocolate and sea salt together. That is a match made in heaven right there.
So
Like, oh,
wait, which one?
it is
Which,
so good.
okay, so in my opinion, the best dark chocolate there is a Dove dark chocolate. I love
Mm.
Dove dark chocolate. The
Dove
Hershey
is good.
one is, but like the Dove one, now that's a good one. I love Dove dark chocolate. What are your thoughts on that?
Yep. I would have to very much agree with that statement because that was one of my favorite things growing up when I was a kid. My dad always had like a dark chocolate Dove bar.
If you remember the Dove bars, did you ever have those?
I have never had a Dove bar.
It's like oh, what would you call it? It's like a ice cream bar, I guess you could call it. And you put them in the freezer, and it's on kind of like a popsicle stick, and it's just dark.
Chocolate on the exterior, and it's like a white ice cream, like a vanilla
Oh,
flavoring?
I didn't know.
like interior.
Yeah, I had them.
It's like a
before.
hard exterior chocolate shell, and oh my god, those were so good growing up. And me and my dad used to always eat those together when we were watching movies.
Oh. Well, I mean,
So a lot of good memories are tied to those. So I do very much enjoy those. Maybe that's why I like dark chocolate. I don't know. Could be
and
something.
you know what's really
relating to that.
funny? A little side note: the popsicle sticks on those things were always shaped weirdly. It was always like
Yeah.
it looked like it was like a bone, but it was like it was kind of like rounded. It was really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
but no, I do know what those are now that you say it. I thought that they
Oh,
actually came out with a Dove
They're just
bar.
the best. Those things are good.
Okay, so my number two, and this might be a little bit of a step in a weird direction, but my number two is a Take 5 bar.
Take 5. Yep. I've
I
heard of those.
love those damn things. You know what's in them, right?
It's like a combination of just like all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah, like.
I don't know the exact mixture.
Okay, so in a Take.
I've never really had one.
Well, you're missing out. So just imagine it, okay? You take a pretzel, okay? And then
Okay.
on
yep,
top
yep.
of that pretzel, you put caramel. Okay?
Okay.
And then on top of that, you put like I think they like use it's kind of like chocolate, and then they dribble the whole thing on chocolate, and it's so freaking good.
Oh damn!
Yes, I love.
I gotta try one of those.
You got my interest.
I
You're
love
piquing my interest here now. Now I'm curious.
I love Take 5 bars. And the funny thing was when they first came out, they had like a whole bunch of commercials, and now you don't see the whole commercials because they kind of had like a
Mhm.
like the give me a break, break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. You know that one, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, see, for the commercials from Take 5, and my very first time ever having Take 5 was during Halloween because somebody was passing them out as a candy. So this is where it all started, basically Halloween. But their commercials would always say, "Oh man, I need a break. We'll take 5." And then it would like just hand them a Take 5 bar. And I always thought they were the most lamest commercials. And their ad campaign could have used a really good thing. But that's probably why a lot of people haven't heard about them. But I love Take 5 bars. They're probably one of my favorites just because of like it has everything that I like. I love pretzels and I love chocolate together. And once you add caramel, or no, it's
That is a
peanut
good
butter.
mix.
It's peanut butter in there. It's not caramel. It's peanut butter.
Oh,
So
there's peanut butter in that? Well,
Yeah.
now I'm even more interested.
yeah, it's very good. I don't know how many people know. Oh, hi Max. What's up? Going up, Max? So we have a husky who says, "I do not like dark chocolate." That's terrible. That's awful, husky.
He says, "Glad you like it, but I'm not a fan." It's like, well,
Well,
to each his own. That's totally cool.
so we'll answer that question later, Max. We are in the middle of a Halloween stream, and it doesn't go with our theme, but we'll answer that one later for you. But yes, so that is what I like. Now, what is your number one?
My number one.
Always go to candy bar that, or whatever candy that you'll go to. What's your number one?
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Wow, I would have never guessed. Wow, pro saying Reese's peanut butter cups.
I'm kind of
Hold,
predictable.
hold your horses, ladies. Things are
Hold
gonna
the
get
phone.
a
Stop
little
the
bit
presses.
crazy around here.
Stop the presses.
Yes, because who would have thought
Bro's
Reese's
favorite candy is peanut butter.
and chocolate? Chocolate. Okay,
Chocolate?
tell us.
Chocolate!
Chocolate! No, I'm kidding. But no. But Pro, there's so many different varieties of peanut butter cups now. You've got the ones that have like the little
Oh, yeah.
Reese's peanut butter cups in it. You got the big ones. You got the regular ones. You got the thin ones. Which one is your favorite?
I go with the original.
The
Just
original.
The original standard issue.
It's like
the original
going with
standard
vanilla
issue.
with 800 different choices. Okay.
Well, I find a lot of the bigger ones too, they don't have the same flavoring and texturing.
That's true.
Texturing slightly different.
I'll agree with you on that one.
And I'm kind of really stingy about my standards when it comes to peanut butter cups.
Oh. Well, then maybe you'll
They
like.
have to have a certain consistency.
Maybe one day.
I get
I'll...
out my measuring tools and
Okay,
my
so what
calipers,
are-
and I make sure that each peanut butter cup is like perfect.
So wait, hold on, wait, stop. You get out a tape measure, you measure it, and then you go, I don't know, this one's off by a half
This one doesn't
half
pass.
an,
This one doesn't pass muster.
half an inch. I don't know about that one, champ. No, like so. I think
It's off
whenever
by 0.5 nanometers.
So whenever you come down here again, we're gonna take a trip to Altoona, and I'm gonna show you. There's a different.
Altoona
Kinda-
sounds cool.
Yeah, they have a place. Have you ever had a Mellow Cup before, or do you know what a Mellow Cup is?
I don't know what that is.
Well, there's ones like there's a Mellow Cup which just has marshmallow in it, and it's like chocolate with marshmallow. It's not that bad. I enjoy it, but like they came out with this one. It's called like Smooth Peanut Butter, and it's like a Reese's peanut butter cup, but it's made
Really?
with like really smooth peanut butter, and it's really good. I'm gonna have to show it to you sometime. But
That sounds good.
okay,
You
so
piqued my interest.
so before I get to my number one, I want to do a little bit of, honorary mentions because candy is
Okay.
too great to be like, well, So one of my honorary mentions is a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I love it. It's really easy, but I feel like it's just too much of an easy to go with. I mean, it's too easy. You know, you need to change it up. Well,
Yeah, I'm a pretty easygoing guy, so that.
easygoing guy. Not the same. No. So there's that, and then another honorary mention I want to say is Kit Kats. I like Kit Kats. Kit Kats are not my
Yep.
favorite,
Yep,
but every time I would get a Kit Kat,
that's on my.
Honorary list.
yeah. Every time I'd get a Kit Kat, and you know this, guys. Actually, you probably don't because you haven't seen me eat a Kit Kat. I'm always like, this is okay. I'm fine with Kit Kat. There's nothing wrong with it. The only Kit Kat I really actually go for now is ever since they came out with like the mint. Have you ever had the dark chocolate and it's like mint on top? Kit Kat?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh, those things are amazing. I can eat.
Yeah, those are good.
They're
Those
like-
are fantastic.
They're like the what is it? The cookies that the Girl Scouts sell, but better.
Oh.
Love those things. But Kit Kat is probably another honorary mention, and Snickers. I do like Snickers, but I mean, Snickers is good, but it's got to have like the peanut butter inside, the square peanut butter ones.
We're still okay. I'm still
Yeah.
just having a little technical glitch with my stream.
Oh,
all of
that's
a
not
sudden,
good.
I'm sorry.
So
Is anyone in the chat? Am I still coming in okay for you guys in the chat? Give me
hold
a,
on, he's having a little
heads
technical
up.
difficulties. I'm seeing if so.
I
Somebody
just had OBS do some funny business here, so
it was laughing at you. So let's.
it's like I'm gonna disconnect you. And I'm like, please don't do that. It's like I'm disconnecting you, and I'm like, please don't.
But it's gotta play like its cards right.
Come on,
sometimes.
OBS.
Okay, so
I thought you were cool, man. I think we're okay though.
okay, that's good. So, but yeah, Snickers would be another honorary mention for me, and I think that one more before I get to my number one favorite. I'd probably say Zero Bars, but nobody knows Zero Bars.
Mm-hmm.
Zero Bars get a bad reputation. Have you ever had?
I just think they're just not on the popular scale.
No.
They're not on the radar.
They're not on the radar. You don't really see them during Halloween, but I love Zero Bars. So, my number one favorite all-time candy bar that I would always eat all the time during trick or treat is Butterfingers.
Should I get a...
I freaking
Oh, yeah. There you go.
I love.
Good choice. Good choice.
Okay, so
That's in my honorary mentions.
here's all I have to say about Butterfingers, okay? I like crunchy food. I love crunchy food. Not like to the point like burnt like actually I like burnt popcorn because it's really crunchy. Oh. But no.
I love burnt bacon.
Well, burnt bacon is like an automatic win. But no. So
Yeah, that's like, oh, that's so good.
So whenever a Butterfinger is, you get the crunchiness, you get the peanut butterness, and you get like it's so good to me.
It's like isn't it like toffee? I think they call it toffee, right?
And my favorite one of Butterfingers is Butterfingers eventually came out with, it's called like a Butterfinger cup. And I love Butterfinger cups. Those damn things
That sounds good.
are so good. When I was working at the cemetery again, I guess we'll keep it with the cemetery. My coworkers would always joke around with me and like go, "You're gonna get sick one of these days." I would always go to Sheetz or go to, it's like a convenience store basically, and I would buy.
Yep. Yeah, I know sheet.
I'd buy chocolate milk. I'd buy. No, this is probably where I get my fatness. I buy peanut butter cups, and then I'll buy a flatbread pepperoni hoagie. And everybody always looked at me weird, like, "You're gonna get sick, man. You're gonna get sick." And I never got sick once. In your face, you guys out there.
They're like, no,
No,
don't do it.
but I
What are
get
you
it.
doing?
It was always It was always like the highlight of my day, and then I realized I should probably stop before I get way too fat, because it wasn't a good thing. But no, I love Butterfingers, and I think they're the only candy that I still like occasionally buy, because like every time I see candy, I'm always like, oh, I should lose weight. But when I see a Butterfinger, I'm like, well, fuck, screw. Sorry, didn't mean to swear. But it's like, darn, I really, really want one of those Butterfingers. And then it would be like, it would always be the same exact thing. I'd walk out going, why'd I buy this? And then I'll eat it. Oh, that's why. But yeah, no. That's probably like my only weakness. If you send me a whole bunch of Butterfingers, I probably will slap you, but then love you in the end. But so yes. Yep.
Why did you do this to me? You
and I
did this
slap
to
him.
me.
Oh, hello, Tony. What is up? How are things going?
Tony.
In
Oh,
good
okay. Yeah, my
time.
stream's good. Thank goodness.
I do not live in Minnesota, Tony. So we have. Oh, I'm not chubby tonight. I don't know. I could change into my chubby avatar, but I'm not. I'm my skinny Minnesota.
Oh, you're on the 1-day diet plan, you know?
Yeah, I was on the 1-day diet. Ran the treadmill for about 10 minutes and lost all that. Boy, wouldn't that be nice? So
It's a Shiba Inu thing.
okay, so you have your. So let's just say we just got done trick or treating. What would be like the one? Now, did you trade? You had 8 siblings, so I imagine you
I had 8
traded.
siblings, so of
a
course
lot.
there was trading and certain things that we didn't like, we'd just give to someone else, or Of course, I was always trying, to get all the peanut butter as much as I could.
So, okay, who was like the person that would get all the crap in your family?
Oh, jeez. Well, a lot of times I'd end up with a bunch of it.
Huh. So,
Lowest man on the totem pole.
well, that. Yeah. But, okay, so growing up, I had 2 little sisters, and looking back on it now, I feel kind of bad for doing it, but, I would always, like, take a little bit of their candy, because it's like, it's real easy to do. It's like taking candy from the 2, like, well, at the time, they were, like, 5 years old or 6 years old. It's like, this is real easy. I could just take the candy, and nobody will understand. But, and now looking back at it, I kind of feel bad because, but it doesn't matter. It's all done. Sorry, guys. But, so, whenever I would trade with my niece, because I had a niece that was around the same age as me, or whatever the girl of the cousin is, whatever that one is called. It's a niece, right? Why can't I ever think of that?
Cousin.
Well, it's a girl.
I think that'd be your cousin.
Oh, whatever. So, I would always trade with her, and I would get like the okay candy from her, because she never really liked just regular Hershey's, so she would just pass them all on to me, and I never really liked the Starburst, like so I'd pass that all on to her, and I remember one time we got into like a vicious trading war. It was like, well, I'll trade you for that. No. Because, like, she loved, what are those, the Twizzlers?
Yeah.
I hate Twizzlers. I think Twizzlers are the worst.
The red things?
No,
red
not
licorice thing?
No, not Twizzlers. What are those things? They're, like, brown, and they come in the packets where you have to unwrap like this. And,
Oh, Tootsie Rolls?
Tootsie Rolls. I hated Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah.
That was
I never
another
liked
one.
those either. I was never a fan.
Yeah, because that'd be another thing that if you're giving Tootsie Rolls, don't do it. Give Tootsie Pops. Don't give Tootsie Rolls, because those things, every time I eat one, they get stuck to my tooth, and then I'm sitting there looking like a dog going, oh, 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 And as I'm trying to get the damn thing off.
You're just like chewing. You're just like chewing all day. You're like trying to, pry it out with your fingers or
Yeah,
whatever.
no, yeah, and you're trying
You
to
end up
pry it
looking
out.
like and everyone's looking at you like, "What's wrong with that kid? What the heck's going
Yeah,
on over
and
there?"
then you got chocolate on your fingers, and it's a mess. No,
yeah,
T-
they're messy.
Tootsie Rolls are like probably one of my least favorite candies when it comes to that. But but she would love them, so I would just hand it all to her, and I'd be just trading different stuff. And I'm like you, I love peanut butter and chocolate. Peanut butter and chocolate to me is probably like the best combination out there. Really anything in peanut butter. Peanut butter makes everything taste better. Like, for some odd reason. But, so, I'd always try to get, like, the Reese's from her. And she would always be like, well, if you give me 10 of those, I will give you one of my Reese's peanut butter cups. And I felt like I was in a damn negotiation when I was, like, 7 or 8 years old. And I'm like, no. Like, give me 2 of them and I'll give you 10 of these. And they're like, oh. But see, you had more of an experience of it because you had 8 different siblings.
Oh yeah.
So, what would you like?
I'm trying to like remember how we did it. Like there was a system we used. I just can't remember like how we used to do it. Like
I mean,
it was a long time ago.
Looking back at it now, I wish I had like had.
We might have just like dumped it into one big pile and just kind of gone nuts.
See, I hated that.
I think that's what we used to do.
That's what my mother.
I think that's what we used to do.
My mom would always.
And then like trades would happen afterwards. I think that's how we did it, if I remember correctly.
No. See,
and you just you hear all the candy just hit the floor.
Yeah.
In like a wave.
I've done that before.
Because like I told you, we use pillowcases, so it wasn't like a little bag of candy. It was like pillowcase. We had capacity. We had that sucker filled up.
Huh. But
so, lots of candy.
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, you lived in a decent neighborhood. You got all the,
Yeah.
See me, I would always.
We had roots. We did.
See, I think one year we used pillowcases, and we did get a lot, because at one point our whole entire neighborhood was nothing but trick-or-treating parents, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to give out candy. There used to be times where we'd fill up a bowl, and I think the very first time I ever passed out candy was like when I was 17. Well, no. Yeah, 17. The last time I went trick-or-treating, which is actually really funny, was when I was 19. And that was because I was in a full body fursuit, but nobody was buying that I was
teenage
young,
dashing.
Yeah, nobody was buying it, but I got candy. But no, but I do remember.
You're too old for this.
Yeah, basically. But the very first time I ever passed out candy, we had like 2 freaking bowls full of them, and we like went through them real quick, and then we got down to like half of the third, and it was finally over. But there used to be a lot of people trick-or-treating, where I lived. It was it was a very fun time, and I don't
We didn't
think
used to have a lot of people come to our house back in the day because my house was on a private street, and at the time the road wasn't paved, and there were like these gigantic like puddles like that would form like on the street, and they'd be like maybe like 12 inches deep in some places, and like
Jeez,
it looked
man.
like a miniature pond, and
Wow.
it was insane like. But we didn't get many trick-or-treaters like come down our street because of that reason, because it always rained usually on Halloween, so the street would be a disaster area, and like the dirt and mud and like these gigantic puddles that are like 12 inches deep in spots. They'd see our street and be like, nah.
We're good.
Nah.
We'll pass this time. So let's see if we have
Then
any.
eventually they paved my street. And then our foot traffic exploded. It was pretty cool.
So let's see. We have.
Yes, sir. Reese's for the win.
Huh, oh no, that's a bummer. No, that's okay. Well, let's see. I'm just seeing hit or miss on Tootsie
Anvilo
Rolls.
Fox says, now known as the Hunger Games method.
I think I'll prefer my Tootsie Pops myself. I wonder how many people will be out this year. I don't
I
want
think you're going to see some people out there.
I mean, you're gonna see some, but I think a lot of places are canceling them, and it sucks.
I've noticed an interesting trend in my area where I'm seeing people like going all out on like making kind of their own little kind of Halloween world, like in their yard or something.
Oh my gosh! So it's
Like-
funny. Oh, go on, keep going. Sorry.
Well, I saw this guy. He must have bought like, you know those the big things that you put in your yard, and they're like inflatables, and they use like the big
Inflated-
fan and
Yeah,
inflate them.
yeah.
This guy, his whole yard is like full of them. He must have gone to Home Depot and just bought every single one of them on down the line, and just this whole yard is like this little. It looks like a VR chat world.
Huh.
It's just he's got all these giant like Halloween things in his backyard and like lights and decorations and stuff. He just kind of went all out.
Jeez.
Pretty cool actually, but
Yeah.
from a VR chat standpoint, and it's like, oh well, I feel right at home here.
There you
This
go.
looks familiar, which is strange because it doesn't look normal to anyone else. Everyone else probably looks at it and they're like, wow, this guy's nuts. He went off the deep end.
Well, see, for Halloween, okay, there is two types of people. There's a type of person that doesn't really care about it, and they will not go out on it. But for Christmas, they will go all out. But for Halloween, they're like, eh. So, and then you get the person that, like I said before, that they overdo they overdo it, guys. They put everything out. Like, they'll put skeletons, they'll put, they'll get the creepy music that's going,
Yeah.
and then, then they'll get, like, the hands that are coming out of, like, the dirt, because, this guy, like, went all out. And they'll get, like, one inflatable. And then you'll get the people who are, like, because I feel like if you're using an inflatable, it's kind of, like, lazy. It's like, I kind of just gave up this year, I'll just use one of those inflatable ones. Who needs a jack-o'-lantern when you can get a giant inflatable jack-o'-lantern? Ooh, real scary.
Hey, see, when I was growing up and I was doing Halloween, they didn't have those.
Oh,
And if they
no.
did have them, they were like they looked terrible. Like they weren't like as cool as they are now.
But
But when I was a kid in Halloween, people did everything up themselves, and they made a lot of the stuff themselves.
which could be a good thing, but can be also a bad thing, because it was
Yeah.
the one jerk off who takes a baseball bat and smashes your pumpkin. You're like, hey, it's like,
Know how
mean-
long it took me to carve that?
you bastard.
just smashes it in front of the little kids, and just like kids are crying and like
Be
having
like
a meltdown.
it'll be like the Indian who got the trash, but it'll be like just a kid who's like, oh. But no, I mean, it's really funny, because Halloween might be also one of the other times that that you do see that. It's like you get the person who overdoes it, and then there's a person who like puts up like a little cobweb, and they're like, yeah, that's it, that's all I got, good job, guys.
Yeah, it's like, wow, that's so festive.
Yes.
It's so festive. Look at that.
very, very
great.
festive. Not really,
Like, it
but
looks amazing, guy. I mean, you see that spider? You see that spider up there? I did that.
oh,
I did
I especially
That little spider.
because that's exactly what like my next door neighbors did. They basically put a spider on the telephone pole and said, "Oh, that's about it. Good job, guys. Good job. We can go home now."
Well, I
Like-
mean, at least they kind of tried.
That's half. That's half.
They
assing
could
it.
have. They could have not.
That-
They could have not put a spider up there.
They're basically literally saying that I did something and that's about it. Okay, let's see.
Maybe they were strapped for time. It wasn't in the budget.
Yeah, they were strapped for time. Guys, we got 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes to get all the Halloween stuff up.
The kids are coming.
Let's
Quick,
do it.
slap something together.
Yeah. I put toilet paper in the. Oh, that's great, Johnny. Great.
Yeah.
It's like
Dan
from a mummy.
Polo, he said, my neighborhood has so many of those. One guy has a 10-foot Grim Reaper. Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah, this
man.
guy, like I was saying, he has like every one that Home Depot sells, like all surrounding his entire backyard.
Okay.
It's kind of cool in a way.
I mean, I mean, okay. A lot of the floaty different stuff now does look pretty cool. I mean, there is a lot of cool ones out there, but I just think it's kind of laziness, you know? No thought. Yeah. It's like, it's kind of like the person who like buys. Have you ever seen like the huge dragon? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I almost bought that one. I'm gonna confess right now, I did almost buy that.
And it looks cool. Okay.
It was really cool.
It looks
was
cool.
Like, that's really cool.
But
At the time, I was very much into Skyrim.
oh, well, that there's your sign. But no, I mean, it's not just that. It's like the simple fact is that there is a, and I'm not saying it's the wrong way. I just think it's like a lazy way, you know?
Yeah.
That's the American way.
No, it shouldn't be. But I mean, just pressing a button and it going woo. Yeah, I mean, take a little bit more effort to then just press a button. You know. Now there is exceptions out there. You know, like I still maybe if you like did your whole entire house in like graveyard like scene, and then you like turn on a smoke machine.
See, that's what they used to do. That's what they used to do. Like when I was a kid, like a lot of the houses we went to, there was one that did have like a graveyard,
Yeah,
like in the front yard, and he had like skeletons, and it was like
1-to-1 scale.
yeah.
So it looked pretty good.
And see, I could see
Then
that.
there was the guy with the werewolf
Costume. There's a guy who had a werewolf costume
that was like, it was like next level stuff. It was so cool.
Are you sure he wasn't a furry? Are you
Funny
sure he
story.
wasn't a furry?
Well, he could have been. I couldn't see his face, but
Oh.
He actually like
grabbed me and like picked me up, and he was like, roaring in my face and stuff. And I should have been terrified, like when I was like, because I was just a little kid back then. I just thought
That
it was
would've-
the coolest darn thing in the world.
That would have been terrible if you would have saw him running down the street. That'd have been even worse. Pro kidnap.
But it was like so cool. Like
I think that's probably like the lightning strike that like caused me to just like
go overboard and like just totally get into wolves. Like from there, it was all about wolves. Everything was wolf.
Huh.
wolves were like a thing. They still are a thing with me. Big fan of wolves.
But I will take this time to remind the people, please press that like button. Also, please share this with your
Yeah.
friends if you're enjoying this.
Like the button.
and
Like the button and
yeah,
share
share
the like.
it around. Let's get some more people in here. More
Tell
interesting
stories to your
conversations.
friends. Be
and stuff.
cool.
Okay, so
Be cool. Impress your friends.
I would have
Hit
been
the
at
like button.
Furpocalypse right now. I know, buddy. A lot of people would have been. I would have
Yeah,
put
that's
hat
too bad.
for 2 years.
That's the one I was gonna go to.
So, but you know what, guys?
I was originally gonna go to Furpocalypse, and then it got canceled.
Yeah, well, everything's getting canceled.
Everything got canceled.
Everything.
Stuff.
They're already canceling things for next.
Year for crying out loud.
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
Give me a break, guys. Come on.
So, what I will say though is Halloween is a very interesting time. I mean, not only
It
are
is.
you doing the
It's a
decorating
very interesting.
and stuff. So, without further ado, let's do the one person who entered our contest, which that person does not win anything.
Yes, sir.
You won it because you're the only one who did it. Nobody else
You
entered
won
our
by
cost.
technical knockout.
Yeah, you basically won because you're the only one
Oh.
who submitted something to our Halloween costume contest. Okay? So,
But you did good. I gotta admit,
yes,
you did
at
good.
least you put in the effort. So, without further ado, I will show the one person, unless if somebody on Twitter went and did another photo, but I'm still not.
We'll do a double check. We'll do a
I'm
double
double
check.
checking right now, and the only check I see is nothing. So, to the one person who did it, here is your photo, and yippee, yippee, and yippee. So,
You are now infamous.
Across the interwebs.
you are now part of the stream. He's actually in the chat right now. Let me just try to open up my tweet.
You're now officially cool.
Yes, you are now the coolest person that
By the
happened.
Bro Fox Talk
You-
standard.
You have done it. Okay, do you know what picture I'm talking about, bro?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's give this a rating of. Is this a woo?
1 to 10.
Well, I was gonna say.
Oh, or a
It's a
Yes, I
woo,
know
a
what you're gonna
boo,
say.
or I don't know, whatever. So, I'm giving.
woohoo.
I'm giving this. I'm giving this person who did it, which is in the chat right now. His name's Nova, Candy Corn, and he dressed up as a witch. So, I'm gonna give him a woo waiting. Wow, did I just say a woo waiting? No, my gosh, I'm terrible.
That's even better.
So let me pull out some criticisms, because without criticisms you cannot do it. Okay, my
Improve.
we all need to approve. Wait, what was your rating on him?
I would have to say it is also an awoo.
Okay, so let me
Pretty impressive.
he
He just went for it. He saw the contest and he went for it.
At least he did it. Okay, nobody else did it.
Well done. Well done.
Okay, good job. You applied the effort to
He
enter
put
the
himself
contest.
out there. He took the initiative and he did.
Yes.
And
He
it
did it.
looks pretty cool.
So the only
I thought he did a good job.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to. I gotta enter.
You gotta pick it apart and destroy it in front
Yeah.
of his eyes.
I'm not gonna pick it apart,
We
but I will say this. Okay, number one. Why the blow up hat? You couldn't go out and get a real hat? Like, how hard is it to get a witch hat? You had a blow up hat. I mean,
maybe it's all he had on hand. I don't know.
I'll give him an A for effort, but he could have gotten a real witch hat, which probably would have
Maybe he
looked.
was under quarantine and he couldn't go out.
Oh, boo! No, Amazon has a bunch of
I don't
witches hat, and I will prove that to you if you want me to prove that to you at the end of the stream. But you could have got it from Amazon, guy. Okay, blow up hat. Okay. Criticism. Yes. But I will say the colors do match the black. The black was a good choice for
That's what I liked about it.
it.
He also
It's a really, really cool suit too. I think the colors match and the suit's just really cool. Even without
it's-
the props,
And you can tell he really likes candy corn because he looks like a candy corn. And that's what his nickname is candy corn. So, but no, I'm just saying, get a little bit better hat, and then maybe we'll be able to talk. I wish more people added photos. That would have been really nice. I might have known. Let's see.
I mean, you could always send us photos now if you have one.
Yeah, anybody who wants to send photos, you can just send it on my Twitter at Hedgehog Goalie, or you can just type in Dashing Foxy in the search bar and you will find my thing. And if you want to do a costume in the next, well, how much more time do we have? We got 20 more minutes. So
20 more minutes.
yeah, you could definitely do that if you want to. That's only up to you. But
Yeah, slam some stuff together.
oh shoot.
Last minute.
So
Just cram it through the mail slot.
yes. But we are getting down to the gritty of our show, and Halloween is going to be a fun one.
Mhm.
It's Saturday. Not going to be that fun because you can't have a party. I tried having a party and everybody looked at me like, oh, "You're having a party?" I was going to do it outside. But whatever.
Kill him. Kill
Kill
the
him.
non-believer.
Kill him with fire. No. But
Kill
no,
him. Kill it with fire.
So, but no, I mean, I think Halloween is probably one of the more interesting holidays. What do you guys think about it? Do you like Halloween? What's your favorite thing about Halloween? I don't buy candy really that much anymore. I didn't buy one bag of candy this year, which I'm doing very well on that. Even if it's really tough going through Target or Giant, and the next thing you know, you look down the
Oh, yeah.
Halloween aisle and you're like,
You know, the stores are absolutely
Jam-packed, too, with candy this year because of everything that's going on.
oh no, that
They're
means
gonna
there's
have a
gonna be
hard time getting
sales.
rid of that stock.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're gonna have a hard time
Gonna
getting rid
have-
of that stock.
gonna have fat.
They'll
let's
probably just
see.
send it all to China.
Let's not get into
This
that.
is our revenge. This is our revenge.
Okay, but no, all I'm saying is I was really good this year, and I didn't really eat that much candy. I don't think I eaten candy for a good while. I mean, now the only problem I have is whenever I get a meal, I usually have dessert afterwards. But I feel like dessert's not that bad. It's not as bad as like if you have it once in a blue moon, it's not gonna kill you. But you know, candy is like a silent killer because, like, okay, you probably got this when you were young. But my mom, I would eat like a crap ton of candy. It'd be like freaking 15 pieces of candy, and my mom would be like, "You're not having any more, Dashing. You can't handle it. If you eat any more, you're gonna get sick, and you're gonna puke, and I'm gonna have to clean it up." And I remember one Halloween, I hate Three Musketeer bar. That's another one I hate. I do not
Yeah,
like.
you
Three
never liked those?
No. Three Musketeer bars are the worst. And I remember one year, somebody gave me a Three Musketeers bar for Halloween. And I remember just like I don't want to be disgusting here, but I remember puking in front of a door. And
Mm-hmm.
this is like when I lived in an apartment and somebody walked out and stepped right in it, and I felt really bad.
Ooh.
And
Oh, no.
sad part, long story short, I was never caught. But I never ate Three Musketeers bars ever again. I find Three Musketeer bars to be disgusting.
Like, if I ever found out who puked in the hall, I'd kill him.
Yeah. And I'm just sitting in the
And
back
you're just, like,
going,
standing
"Oh."
there awkwardly, like...
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, you kill that guy.
Yeah, you
kill
stepped
that
in my
guy.
puke. It's your fault for stepping into my puke, you dummy. Dummy. But no. But, you know, and I think everybody has, like, these really great, you know, thoughts on Halloween. I just think that, you know, Halloween is a good holiday. Now, whenever we do get into the Thanksgivings, which is just around the corner, Christmas is just around the
Mhm.
corner. Holy crap. How could Christmas
Yeah.
just be
My
around the...
gosh.
I feel like I just had Christmas. Why do I have to have Christmas again? Can we skip it this year? Just 1 year? Like, I love Christmas. And I'll be the very first one to admit that I can have Christmas every day. But it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I look at my bank account now and I'm like, gifts? Really? Do I need... Can I just, like, show up and be like, my present is my present? And then be like, that's it, I'm good.
My present is me.
Yeah.
I showed up at your door. I'm starving. What do you got to eat?
You got that ham or turkey? No. But, I mean, no,
Yes,
seriously.
Thanksgiving, the time relatives you don't like come around and you have to put up with them.
Yes. My favorite. So we have Nova saying, my favorite thing about it is
I know the.
just how creative you can be with all the decorations and costumes are fun. Which I agree with.
Yeah, I think it strikes that that creative like spark in people. You know, it's just like people get creative and they're like, oh, I could make this, I could make that. You know, then they start going on all these websites and things and
Getting ideas and you know, Etsy. They just go on Etsy and make like a playlist or something.
They go on Etsy going, where's my Halloween time this year? No. But like,
They're like, that's pretty cool. I could make that. I'm gonna try making that.
but
And then sometimes it blows up in their face, and then
Oh,
they
no.
hate Halloween forever. But other people, it's the complete opposite.
it blows up in a lot of people's face. Can we admit that like somebody who, and again, I'm not saying that everybody's bad at like art or something, but you get the people who are like they try way too hard with it, and then it just
Yeah,
it-
the tryhards.
it generally looks terrible, and it's like, but you don't want to be a jerk, okay? Nobody wants to be that jerk going, wow, you did a terrible job. You should be just ashamed of yourself. You are the worst person I've ever seen.
You're just
Yeah.
just awful.
you're
Yeah.
just awful.
You should really consider not doing this ever again. But there are some people that like deserve like that. Like you get the person
Yeah.
who like makes a mask and they're like thinking, man, look at this mask, it looks so cool, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that looks great. That looks great, guys.
As you're walking
Okay.
away feeling all
You do
cringy.
you.
Ooh, it's that and like the face paint. I find the
Yeah.
I find the
Yeah, you
face
said you don't
paint-
like
The face paint.
No, well
You're like, you
I
don't like the face paint.
oh, sorry. I don't like it on me. I don't like it on people because usually face paint sucks. Unless if you get like the
Yeah.
professional grade face paint. But if you go like to dollar store and be like, I got face paint, and then you try painting it, it just doesn't look that good. And I
Yeah.
feel like when I was growing up, they had the old Dark Knight. Everybody wanted to be the Joker one Halloween.
Yep.
It was like, man, that Joker is cool, man. Gotta make sure you're doing that. And then you get like the person.
Everyone wants to be the Joker.
So, like 5 out of 10, like, well, no, I'd probably say 1 out of 10 people. It's like, man, that looks like a really good Joker. And then look at another one, you're like, oh. And then you go down the line, then it gets worse. And then you get that one other person who's like, man, that's a really good Joker. Or you can't tell it's a good Joker because the face paint was applied decently while everybody else was applied crappily.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like somebody on a desert island eating a coconut for all their lives, or eating like an average meal all their lives, and then all of a sudden going to
Like Tom Hanks.
well, no, I
You'd
mean
be Tom Hanks.
not like Castaway, but like, well, I guess like Castaway. And you would like you eat nothing but like the same exact thing all the time, and then whenever they try peanut butter for like the very first time, they're like, oh, "This is the best thing in the world," Or it's like they get like a moment of epiphany, and I think that's what it is. Like with Halloween costumes, you get so much terrible ones that you end up like seeing a half decent one, and you're like, "Damn, that's a cool Halloween costume." When it's like really just average, because everything around you is just crappy. But I'm sure the okay. So I know furries really get into Halloween because we have our fursuits and stuff like that. But I'm wondering if cosplayers get into the spirit of Halloween too.
I'd imagine so.
Like I feel like cosplayers are probably one of the other ones that like really get into Halloween, and it's like. And you could be like, I could tell that guy's a cross player. He's dressing up as an anime character. That's kind of weird, but he's dressing up as an anime character. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess it all depends.
Animes, there are some really good animes out there, and there's some fantastic character designs that come out of anime.
I would miss. But yeah, I mean, there definitely is, and there always will be. But but And again, you don't want to be that asshole who goes, "Man, your costume is just the epitome of crap," you know. And I don't know.
It's just awful.
It's the one time you can be whatever you want, and nobody gives a crap what you want to be because you are you. That's it. You get to be you. You get to be whatever you want to be. You want to be a furry? Go ahead, do it. Do it, champ. But let's see if we got any more things on Twitter, which I hardly doubt we do. No, we don't have any more submissions.
It'd be funny if it just exploded.
If it exploded, man, I swear.
And there's like 3,000 photos in there.
Well,
that'd be so crazy.
I think for Thanksgiving we're gonna have another contest, but I'm going to announce it a lot earlier than I did this one.
Oh, I got some ideas. For that.
Well, I do too, so we can definitely do that. And since our show does end up being on a Thanksgiving, which we probably won't do it that day because you've got Thanksgiving plans, and you got Thanksgiving plans, but the only thing I have.
Oh, you don't have Thanksgiving plans?
I have no Thanksgiving plans at all.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh well.
Well, you should just come over to my house and we could do Thanksgiving here.
Drive 3 hours to get up there and then eat and then drive 3 hours back. Sorry, Pro, I love you, but not that much.
But it's a time of travel and
Adventure and seeing friends and family.
Okay, whatever you say there,
and driving 3 hours.
And driving 3 hours.
Across 3 states.
There you go, across 3 states. But
I don't know. Just throwing that out.
I don't know either, man. I'm just seeing. Is there anything else on the chat? Now, just remember, guys, if you're liking this. Oh wait, we might have had one more. Wow, that's a terrible photo. Oh man, you could have done better with this. I don't even know. I don't want.
Probably had to do it on the fly.
Well, I mean, I don't think so. I think he was at a convention, and somebody took a really terrible photo. And I feel bad.
Terrible as in blurry or terrible as
in
it's
terrible? Blurry. It's blurry. And I'm sorry about this, Mr. Fox. It is a blurry shot. I'll send you a pic. Not really a costume though. I will spare the embarrassment of this photo because damn, I could trash it, but I am not going to. I guess they missed it. But you know what? I will say one thing though.
We're glad you came.
I'm glad you tried. You gave it the good old 1-2, but unfortunately, your 1-2 was just a 1, and there was no 2, and you kind of just fell. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to be realistic. But no, you did good. Next time. You know, you'll have your chance to do this next time. Over the river.
Yeah, we'll work in more advertising next time. We'll boost our advertising, get some sponsors.
We'll boost some advertisement. We'll pay some shady guy to help us out. You know, it'll be fine. But no,
I know. I'll get a Ridge wallet.
There you go. Sounds good to me. Okay, guys. Well, any final thoughts that you want to say to these lovely people out here during the Halloween stream and stuff? Because I think we're just about done. Yeah, we have gone long, and we're we're actually at the 1 minute and 30 mark.
Oh wow, nice.
Yes.
Not really too many words. Just have a fantastic Halloween.
Be safe. Eat a lot of candy. Be creative. If you want, take on projects. Try new things.
If you're bored this year, maybe take on some kind of crafting project or build something. And
your deadline. Your deadline's in 2 days. You better get your ass moving with this project.
You can do it. I have faith in you.
I think you can do it.
You got 2 days to sculpt an ice sculpture or sculpt sculpt a piece of wood. Go.
Hey,
now.
you can do it. You can do that. You can do that if you own a chainsaw.
Just saying.
I don't even think with a chainsaw would be that fast. You got 2 days to get that
But yeah.
crafting thing done.
Have a fantastic Halloween.
Be safe. Be healthy. Make good choices.
Stay 6 feet apart.
If you don't do it, think about your grandmother. No. But no, like, for me, I just want to say, have a fun Halloween, you know? Invite a friend over. I'll be here by myself on Halloween. Yay.
Yeah.
I'm always by myself. Why the hell am I always by myself?
That's another thing. If there's someone you haven't talked to in a long time, like maybe reach out and like say, "Hey, remember
Me? How you
been doing?
I haven't talked to you since last Halloween.
When I didn't talk to you."
So you just
You know,
show up at their house and you go, "Hey, yeah, you're the guy that I used to hang out with all the Wow, long time no see. I'm just showing up to your house randomly." No.
Well, I mean, don't show up at their house, but you know, maybe send them a text message or, you know, Skype them or something. Do even people still
Skype 'em?
Skype?
I
Not
don't
even
think
still a thing.
people. Yeah, I don't think people Skype anymore.
No.
I think
Discord.
Skype is.
Use Discord or Telegram.
Telegram or something, you know.
And then just
Reach out
type,
to somebody.
just type how much you love them. You know, I love you. You know, that's all you have to do. You know,
Not creepy. Not like creepy though. Don't be
look them
like,
dead in the
"I
eye
love
and
you so
say,
much."
"I love you," and then that's when you know they'll love you too. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. But really, have a
Don't
fun
make
time.
this weird.
Man, you
Had
had
to make this weird.
It's Halloween. It's supposed to be weird. I was trying to play in the Halloween spirit. Whatever. Well, guys, it was really great tonight. We had a great Halloween special.
Yeah, it was fun.
As always, I'm glad that you watched. Thank you for watching. Press that like button down there. It helps us out.
For
Also,
sure.
please share it around with your friends. And if you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button so we can get more people in here. That'd be
Every
great.
like, every share helps us out.
Yes, every like, every share helps us out. Will you help us out in our time of Halloween?
And
mission?
Raid Shadow Legends. Like seriously.
No,
help us out,
no,
we're dying.
no, we're not
Help us.
sponsors. We're not sponsors. Not sponsored. Of course, you're going to go to a meme. But, as always, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a dashing night. Bye! Thanks for watching!
And be a bro.